Hi, third grade. Mr. Rakestraw here again for another math lesson. So let's get our big math books out and turn to page 195. That's 195. We'll be doing lesson 5.4 today. We'll be working on multiples of 10 or skip counting, multiples of 10, whatever you want to call it. So, real quick, what is a product of 10 and the counting numbers 1, 2, 3, and so on for? So they're asking us, so if we skip count by tens, we go by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Those would be multiples of 10. So let's write that down here. Multiples of 10. So when we count by tens, those are multiples or numbers that end in 0 like that, or multiples of 10. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, so on and so forth. And they show that by using these blocks here. So one row of 10 would just be 1 times 10, or 1 times 1 tens, which would equal 10. If we had 2 rows of 10, it'd be 2 times 1 tens, or 2 times 10, which would be 20. And then finally, if we had 3 rows, it'd be 3 times 10, or 3 times 1 10, which makes 3 tens, which is 30. So some of the first multiples, so what are the first 9 multiples of 10? And they start us off right here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, finally 90. Those are the first 9 multiples of 10. Moving down a little bit here. Best Care Veterinary Clinic offered free pet care classes for 5 days. Aaron attended the pet care class for 30 minutes each day. How many minutes did Aaron attend the class? So, we know that this happened over 5 days, and she went to the class for 30 minutes. So we have 30 minutes. They want us to use this line graph to try to help us, the number line. They start off here, starting off at 0, then going to 10. So we're counting by multiples of 10. So you do 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, and finally 160. So we need to draw lines to each 30 because we have the 3 tens, or 30 minutes, and we need to skip count 5 times, okay? So they started on a line right here. They went to 30. We add 30 to it because we're counting by 30s. 30 plus 30 is 60. 60 plus 30 is 90. 90 plus 30 is 120. Let's see here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 120 plus 30 is 150. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I skipped 5 times. So 5 times 30 is 150. Aaron attended the pet class for 150 minutes. See how we did that? We skip counted by 30s. Since we skip count by 30s 5 times, because that's how many days that she went, 5 days, to get our answer. Let's move on to the next page, 196. At the very top here, another way that we can think of this model is by showing all these blocks that have 10 blocks in each row. So you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We have 5 in one row, 3 across. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, and 150. That checks out. We can look at this 5 times 30 as 5 times 3 tens. Didn't mean to put that 0 there. 5 times 3 tens. So we would look at that as 5 times 3, which would equal 15 tens. 15 tens equals 150. When you have a 10, remember, when you times something by 10, you add the 0 to the end of the number. So since this is 15 tens, it's also basically saying the same thing as 15 times 10, which would equal 150. Okay? They want us to try it down here. They have 4 times 50. So that would equal 4 times 5 tens, and that would equal 20 tens, which is basically saying 20 times 10. And since we're just taking that 0 and adding it to the end of 20, we get 200. Moving down even further to the line, the question number 1, use the number line to find the product. 3 times 40. So using the number line again, we start at 0 and we count by 40s 3 times. So starting at 0, jump all the way to 40, and then we add 40 to 40, since we're skip counting by 40s. 40 plus 40 is 80. 80 plus 40 is 120. So 1, 2, 3. 3 times 40 is 120. One more time on the next question right here, down below, number 2. 8 times 20. Starting at 0, skip counting by 20s until we count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I added 20, so from 0, we have 20, 40, 20 plus 20 is 40, 40 plus 20 is 60, 60 plus 20 is 80, 80 plus 20 is 100, 100 plus 20 is 120, 20 plus 120 is 140, and 140 plus 20 is 160. Whew! That's a lot. That's a lot. But we now know that 8 times 20 is 160. Make sure you get that written down. Moving down to the very bottom here, let me erase my board. Number 3, use place value to find the product. So, using the method that we used at the very top here, 3 times 70 equals 3 times 7 tens. 3 times 7 is 21. So we have 21 tens, which is basically saying 21 times 10. We take that 0, add it to the end of 21. We get 210 as our answer for 3 times 70. Same thing over here. We have 50 times 2 equals blank tens times 2. It would be 5, since we just dropped that 0 from the 50. 5 tens times 2 would equal 10 tens. So basically saying the same thing as 10 times 10. We just take the 0 from there, add it here. It equals 100. So 50 times 2 is 100. Let's try some problems on your own. Moving to the next page here, 197, I want you to pause this video right now and try doing 5 through 8, okay? And once you've got that all done, unpause the video. Alrighty then, I hope you're all done and ready to go over this. So question number 5, 7 times 20. We're going to count 7 times, counting by 20s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got all the way to 140. So 7 times 20 is 140. Same thing, doing the same thing down here, we have 3 times 50, counting by 50s until we've counted 3 times. So all the way to 50, 1, 2, 3. Added 50 to each one, got all the way to 150, so 3 times 50 is 150. Down here, using the other method, we have 6 times 60 equals 6 times 6 tenths, which is 6 times 6 is 36 tenths. So we have 36 times 10, which would equal 360. 6 times 60 is 360. Same thing over here. 5 tenths. 50 times 7 equals 5 tenths times 7. 5 times 7 is 35 tenths. 35 times 10, bring the 0 over, 350. 50 times 7 equals 350. I hope this helped you understand multiples of 10, also a bit better understanding of skip counting, and also to help you understand how to solve some bigger numbers, especially multiples of 10s. So, at this moment in time, you can get on Seesaw and do exit ticket 5.4. Alrighty then, have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!